Hey, everybody. So, we are clocking in this end of the weekend total, if you will, at 14%. My first two chapters of my novel, I was able to reduce the word count by 14%. That's awesome. Really good. Honestly, that's for those that do any kind of editing of your own work, you'll know that's a nice number right there, especially a draft as late as this one. Basically, I just ended up rewriting the first two chapters, just rewrote the whole thing. All the information remained the same, but just every sentence ended up getting reworked, redone. A lot of it was, like I said, a lot of stuff was cut from it and also very condensed as well, just in an attempt to get the reader up to speed a bit faster, just to make things click a little bit quicker than where they were at. So yeah, 14%. It's by no means at all like a finished thing. I'm gonna have to do it's almost like a first draft in the sense basically that once you kind of do this, you have to go back through several more times and do several more edits on the lines just to make it tighter, just to get rid of redundant words and phrases and all that stuff. There shouldn't be that many, but inevitably when you're writing, even when you're rewriting, you're going to use those a bit if you're in the mindset of just putting a new sentence down. So that is where we're at, though, 14%. I'm just thinking back to Stephen King's old, say old, but yeah, it's pretty dated now. His book on writing, where he basically advocated that for authors on their final draft to trim about 10% from their novel. It was actually a formula, I believe his high school newspaper head had given him. It was a formula of final draft equals first draft minus 10% or something like that. And he's always advocated for an author to try and trim about that much from their work. Just keeps everything tight, gets rid of a lot of useless words, redundant phrases, etc. And just makes the prose a bit snappier and you get to the point a bit quicker. And with that being my goal, I'm pretty happy to have pared it down as much as I have. Yeah. As far as this coming week goes, basically we're going to keep moving forward. I think what I'll end up doing is I'm going to go through, I'm probably going to make a revision to the third chapter as well. And then after that, we're just going to go back through and really try and go back through these first first few chapters again. If I can stay with just the first few chapters and really get those to sing, I think going forward I'll be fine. It's really, in all honesty, it's those first few chapters that have been the biggest challenge. Everything else is good. Not that I won't get to it, but the first three are what needs to be done, which is terrible, right? It sucks to hear that. You always want your ending to be kind of reworked a bit, right? You always want maybe a little bit of stuff in the middle, because the first couple of chapters are what every agent that you query or any kind of publisher that you send this to is going to look at first, and they're going to judge it by that, right? You're always going to be judged by the first couple chapters, and it sucks because you always want to tell them just get through it, get to the middle and get past the first 50 pages, and it just goes so smoothly. It's awesome, but unfortunately you're judged by your first couple chapters always, and so those need to be pristine. Obviously the whole novel needs to be pristine, but especially those, at the barest of minimums, those need to be pristine. There are cases where an agent might take a look at your work, and if you have the first third of your novel, whatever, is really 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 good, and the second third and the final third are a little bit meh. There are circumstances where an agent's more willing to say, hey, listen, clean this up, and like when you clean it up in like whatever 6 months or whatever, query me again, reach back out to me again, because I want to see where this goes. Just getting some sort of in like that is possible if you have at least a strong opening. Not always guaranteed, and these are again more like one-off scenarios, but I have seen them. And so with that, that's gonna be my focus. First 3 chapters, we're gonna go back to it and just really get these refined as best we can.